Hello friends, a very warm welcome to UnSarkari. I am Vikas Bhardwaj. Continuing our understanding of how different institutions are there are different concepts when we speak about the Indian Constitution vis-a-vis the US Constitution. In this understanding, today we are taking up how one can see and compare Indian Parliament with that of the US Congress. Let's try to see their structure and try to see the role of Speaker of the both institutions. When we say Indian Parliament versus US Congress, then we essentially trying to understand the legislative structure. In case of India, we know very well it is a bicameral structure, Lok Sabha, which is lower house, and Rajya Sabha, which is the upper house. And in case of US, which is also bicameral, there is House of Representatives, which is the lower house of the US, and Senate is the upper house. What is the key difference? The key difference is that Lok Sabha is a population-based institution, or you can say body, which is having a capping of 552 members according to a constitution amendment taken place long back. Whereas the US is also population based, which is having 435 seats, while Senate, Senate, that means upper house, it is ensuring equal state representation. That is two nominations or two representatives per state. In case of India, Lok Sabha, the election when we see of Lok Sabha and also the Speaker of Lok Sabha, we have to see that he is chosen among the member of parliaments under Article 93 of the Constitution, and the role of Lok Sabha Speaker is of paramount importance as a presiding officer. He maintains order. He is the principal, he is the headmaster, he is the guru, and he decides on the disqualification under anti-defection law. He is the powerful institution and body which is certifying money bills. He can only be removed by the resolution which is if passed with majority of members requiring 14 days notice under Article 94 of the Constitution. What is expected out of the Lok Sabha Speaker? Expected to be impartial. But he is obviously elected by the ruling majority, but he is supposed to be impartial. In the present circumstances, when you speak about Honorable Speaker Om Birla Sir, he is facing opposition notice for removal in 2026, and this is highlighting certain political tensions. In case of US House Speaker, which is also elected or who is also elected by majority of representative at start of each Congress. That is Article 1, Section 2 of the US Constitution. He is the presiding officer. He is setting legislative agenda. Very important. He is setting the legislative agenda. What must be the agenda? And he is recognizing members to speak. He is the one who is appointing committees, and he is second in line to the presidency. Very important. Second in line to the presidency after the vice president. It is a very partisan position because the US House Speaker is highly, or you can say strongly political. He is leader of majority party in the House. For example, the current Speaker, Mike Johnson, he represents Republican leadership, and he is the one who will shape the priorities of the US. When we compare both, then as I already said, in India, Speaker is expected to be neutral. The US House Speaker is not certifying any bill as money bill or so forth because there is no equivalent. Budget bills originate in the House. Authority under anti-defection law is the Lok Sabha Speaker, but no such role is there with respect to the US Speaker. No constitutional succession role, but he is the second in line to presidency. A resolution with majority vote in case of removal and 14 days notice is required can be replaced any time by House majority. So we have just revised. Now what can be the key takeaways? Speaker is the constitutional guardian of procedure. Very important keyword, guardian of procedure, balancing neutrality with ruling majority influence. Understand the language and meaning of these words. He is supposed to be neutral, he is supposed to drive the agenda according to the constitution, but not directly supporting or directly highlighting the ruling party's role. US Speaker is a partisan leader. He is central to legislative strategy and national politics. He is brazenly, you can say directly, very much involved in political. So both roles reflect different democratic traditions. India is emphasizing upon procedural neutrality, whereas US is emphasizing upon party leadership. So the composition, as I already said, the House of People and the Council of States, and the President as an integral part. House of Representatives, as I already said, 435 members. It is population based, and Senate is having 100 members. And the key difference I am again repeating is India balances population with federal units, but emphasizing upon central authority, whereas US is reflecting upon strong state equality via Senate. Now this is the difference you have to understand, and that is why we are revising it again. So Lok Sabha Speaker under Article 93, he presides over Lok Sabha, maintains order, certifies money bills, removal requires majority resolution within 14 days, and I already said that US House Speaker is very important in political terms. So that means Rajya Sabha, when we compare with the US Senate, then Rajya Sabha represents states, but indirectly, indirectly. It is indirectly because the members are elected indirectly by the elected members or MLAs. Rajya Sabha is having limited powers on money bills, cannot dismiss government, whereas US Senate, which is representing states equally, that is two per state, it is having strong powers in terms of treaty ratification, confirmation of appointments, and even impeachment trials. Please see the difference. That is why when it comes to lawmaking, the can be introduced in either house except the money bills, because they are introduced only in the Lok Sabha. President's assent is required and joint sitting is possible if deadlock is there. But in case of US, the bills are introduced in either chamber, except the revenue bills are introduced in the House. President can veto and Congress can override with two-third majority. So these are the key differences when we speak about, Indian Parliament and the US Congress. Committee system is there. India is having standing committees, joint committees, public account committee. There is a focus on scrutiny and accountability. As we see, it is a very important part of the parliamentary democracy. In case of US also, there is an extensive committee system: standing committee, select committee, joint committee, and the committees wield major power in shaping legislation. And that is why US democracy is having great impact not only on the US but in the rest of the world also. If we say what are the key takeaways, I again repeat: Indian Parliament emphasizes procedural neutrality, Congress emphasizes partisan leadership when it comes to the US, but it also believes in state equality and checks on executive. Both reflect different democratic traditions and they are shaped by history and India's post colonial unity, whereas US federal liberty is at work when we speak about what is the difference between Indian Parliament versus the US Congress. These ideas will help you to write your answers not only in the GS2 but also in international relations, political science and international relations, public administration, and even your understanding of ethics. And in case of essay also, you can use certain points apart from the interview. Wishing you all the best. Keep learning and getting your goal with intensity, integrity, and truthfulness. Thank you very much.